18 questions. I am here with my good friend Claire White from White Ink Calligraphy.
Hey.
And we are so excited to engage her in 18 questions. And so, Claire, if you'd like, you ready for the challenge?
Yeah, girl.
Alrighty. Tell us a little bit about where you're from.
Nashville. Born and raised here in Nashville. That's about it. I went to college here. I went to law school here. I've never moved. So Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville. I love it.
Yeah.
In 5 words, tell us, what do you do?
Oh. God.
5 words.
Like, can it be a sentence or do you want 5 individual words?
It can be a sentence.
That is really hard. Okay. I'm a calligrapher and lawyer.
Ooh, you did. See, it's not that hard. When you force yourself to think about it, you can do it. Okay.
Yeah.
You've been given the opportunity to create a new style of typography. The name must have 2 words, and each word must start with the letter W. What would you name it?
Whirly and whimsical.
Okay. How would it make people feel once they've read it?
Rejuvenated.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
Whirly and whimsical makes you feel rejuvenated.
Yeah.
What's been the most unique tool you've used to do calligraphy?
Well, I think to most people, just a calligraphy pen in general is a unique tool. And I'm going to grab one right now because I have it right in front of me. But that's a nib, right? This is actually a vintage pen that I got in Venice. And I've never used it because it's just not practical. But you can see that's a nib that I write with.
Yeah, that's like something that you'd see in like Harry Potter world.
Yes.
Yes. I like it though. So you don't use it because you said it's not practical?
Well, this one, Venice is known for their glass blowing.
Okay.
So this is a piece of blown glass.
Oh, wow.
Whereas this piece, this is a pen. You put the nib right here. This is wood. And wood's a little bit lighter, so it's easier to write with.
Okay. I did not know that. I learned something new today. Yeah. If you could dine with one person for the rest of your life, who would it be?
Beyonce.
Oh, goodness. She would be very good to dine with.
Yeah. Yeah, that was an easy question.
Finish the lyrics.
Oh, gosh.
You got your singing voice on today?
Like, finish it with my own lyrics or the actual lyrics?
You know what? That is very interesting. I've never gotten a response before.
Okay.
You do what your heart tells you to do. You can finish it with the correct lyrics, or you can finish it with some made-up lyrics.
I'm not a singer, so I'm just going to put it out there. That is not my talent.
Okay. I do my hair toss, check my nails.
Feeling good as hell. Right?
Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good as hell.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. That's so funny. What's a story that Remy will tell about you when you're older?
Oh, my gosh. Okay. Do we have a second? This is a great story.
Yes.
So when he was a puppy, his head, his fur on his head, like his skin, grew faster than his body. And I come home one day, and he's sitting over here beside me. That's why I keep looking at him. I came home one day, and he looks up at me, and his eyelids were flipped inside out. And I thought I had like the devil dog. Like I thought he was possessed. I remember shutting the door and like running away from him. I was terrified. And so I went to the vet and I'm like, this happened and I don't know what to tell you. And the vet was like, well, did you take a picture? And I'm like, no. And they thought that maybe he was having a seizure of some sort.
Okay.
No, it turns out when he like this time frame, every time he would look down, because his skin was growing so fast compared to his head, the weight would push his eyelids inside out. And he would look up at me and be like, help! And I would freak out. Like, I was like, I thought he was like the exorcist. Like, I was just like, I don't know how to help you. And I would run away.
That is like one of the oddest things I've ever heard. First of all, did this happen more than once?
Yes. And I kept going back to the same vet, and he thought I was crazy. He was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to help you. And I would call people, and this was before iPhones were a big thing, so like it wasn't as easy to. I think I had a BlackBerry. You didn't just like take a picture and send it, and no one believed me. And I would cry, and I was just like, I think something is wrong with my dog, and it's like not. Anyway, so we got through it together when we figured it out.
That is so funny. Oh my goodness. I don't know what I would do. I would probably freak out.
Yeah, no, I mean, and it was just like in his eyes, and he couldn't see, so he would just kind of be like looking around, and in his mind he's probably like, help me, and I'm just like, ah. So
goodness, I can't. And there's so many more questions that I want to ask just off of that one story. But first, we'll keep going. Oh goodness. If you could have unlimited storage space full of one thing, what would it be?
is this like online storage, like virtual cloud storage, or like a storage unit?
This could be physical or this could be digital online.
Okay, if it was physical, let's go physical.
Okay.
Vintage furniture.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. We live in a world where we are minimalist and we're encouraged to not hoard things. And I just recently remodeled my dad's house, and he had this like really gorgeous piece that was his mom's. It's like roll top desk with like all these different pieces of wood in it, and we were trying to get rid of it, and I was like, I want to buy a storage unit just to keep it, but like I have nowhere to put it. So that's my answer.
Unlimited storage for vintage furniture.
Yeah.
Would you rather write the same word over and over for 5 years or live the same day over for 7 days?
Live the same day over for 7 days. You have never written return addresses on envelopes before.
No.
You want to kill yourself. Like writing the same address over and over, your eyes start crossing and you think that like you no longer know how to spell.
Okay, sad question. What's the most what's the most you've ever written of the same address?
The most I've ever written of the same address? Yes. Probably 500 times.
Wow. That is a lot.
Yeah.
In your best villain voice, say, yo, this typography is fire.
But it's like, what kind of villain do I want to be? Hold on.
It's very important.
Yo, this typography is fire. Is that what I was supposed to say? Was that okay?
How are you holding up during these times?
Girl, It is. Okay, so I was telling my sister the other day that living by yourself and being quarantined and the social distancing and working from home is so difficult. You see everyone with husbands and roommates and kids and significant others that are just like kicking it and cooking and watching TV, whereas I'm not a big cooker, so I've been ordering a lot of Postmates. Cooking for one is really hard. We can all agree on that. And like every time my mailman walks by, I'm like, "Hi." So I've really been you know, I've been working out a lot from home, which is I've never done before. Been spending a lot of time with my dog, and I've been doing a lot of reflecting. And it's just very like you become very self-aware during this time.
Agreed, 100%. Which I don't know if this is something that you may be interested in, but have you ever tried HelloFresh?
Yes.
Okay, no, not really. You don't.
I need the meals to come already prepared is my problem. I mean, so I live in an older home and I don't have a dishwasher, which adds to my like I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to cook.
Yeah.
And so I eat a lot of frozen stuff, and then like sometimes something will get inside of me and I'll go and buy a piece of fish and veggies and make myself dinner, but that's like I'm not doing that every night. Whereas people with kids and husbands and households where they can like make a big thing and eat off of it, I don't want to eat off the same thing for days. So
Okay, I get
I'm a
that.
snacker.
Okay, I get that. That's funny. What's the most odd sound you've ever heard?
That's a really depressing answer. I heard someone get hit by a car one time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you see my face?
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. I just like killed the buzz. I'm sorry, but
No,
that's
I mean
really
that is a very odd sound. I've never heard that sound before, and I don't. Yeah, that is very. That's a very odd sound to hear. I'm sure.
next question.
If you could sum up East Nashville in a dinner entree, what would it
Ooh,
be?
yes. Um okay. It would actually be an entree from a restaurant that's not in East Nashville, but should be in East Nashville.
Okay.
Okay, so my favorite restaurant is City House. I'm a huge foodie. City House, which is in Germantown, which is
I'm
like the
familiar with
most underrated restaurant in the city.
that.
They've got like a James Beard Award winner is their main chef and owner, and all the employees, I'm sure they all live on the east side, they're all like super knowledgeable and love their jobs and they're super foodie. You ask them a question and they are like so excited to tell you about the food. So the main entree that I would say that describes East Nashville would be they have a brick pizza. They have a brick oven for pizzas. And you order the pizza, but if you're local, you know to order a raw egg on the pizza, which
Okay.
they put in the middle, and then they put it back in the oven really quick. So the egg just gets a little bit like it's still like runny as anything. And then they bring the pizza out with the egg in the center, and you're sharing with people. And then you take the egg and you go like this all over the pizza. And whoever gets the middle piece of the pizza is like the special guest.
That is like that's more than just you telling me about the food. That's a whole experience.
Yeah, girl. And if you're with me, you're gonna get chili oil on the side. You're gonna have a glass of their like they have this wine that I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but it's like a white wine that has a little bit of carbonation in it. It's kind of like the Sprite of wines. And it is the most refreshing drink ever. So I always get a bottle of that. I get the pizza, and I'm generally with other people, and I'm like, who gets the middle piece? You know, like it's a thing.
You know what? I'm
We should
taking
go.
and we're gonna go after
Yeah.
this. City house. Oh my goodness. Okay, I got that down. Backstreet Boys or NSYNC?
NSYNC.
Really?
Okay, no wait. So when I was a teeny bopper, like I was a Backstreet Boys person. As
Okay.
an adult, I'm like NSYNC.
Okay. I get that. I can
Because like Justin's still around, but like I don't think I was into NSYNC when they were big. I was more of a Backstreet person.
okay. Okay. Respond to the following question in charade format. You spent 5 hours working on an escort board, and then you accidentally smear half of it.
So charade means I can't talk, right?
Can't talk.
And I haven't played charades in a really long time. Okay, so you want my reaction after I smear half of it.
Yes.
That's it. That's
I feel like that is very, very tame, Claire. Very, very tame. How can we support White Ink Calligraphy?
girl, I have a ton of offerings, ton of ways for fans, clients. Always, okay, first of all, follow me on social media. Everything I do is on social media. That is my life. I love being on there. I think social media gets such a bad rap these days, but it gives me life, right? So that's number one. Number two, seasonally, I'm always offering new products or trying to at least. This Christmas season's gonna be insane with some wrapping paper and some new ideas that I'm pushing out. Anytime you have an event going on and you want something hand done, I am your girl. And I'm just here to like help make those Pinterest dreams come true. Right? Like let's make it a reality.
Girl, I cannot tell you that that is a very real thing, and I've never heard anyone say it like that. But Pinterest dreams and Pinterest trends and Pinterest, anything Pinterest, I'm just kind of like, wow, this. Every time I go on there and pin something, I'm like, wow, I've never seen this in my whole entire life. Like, this is fake. It can't be real, right? And then someone wants that. So,
Yeah. And I've also found like don't put anything on Pinterest or social media that as a creative that
yes.
you can't recreate.
Okay. That's
Like
actually really good insight.
yeah, because I've done stuff where, for a styled shoot or a photo shoot, something editorial, a bride comes to me, a client, and they say, I want that. And I'm like, it's gorgeous, it's great, the photo looks great, but like I can't do that in mass quantities. And then why even make that photo, as from a creative standpoint.
Yes, I get that, and that makes complete sense. Last question. How are you leaving a legacy that is notably you?
Girl, okay, so I think my legacy kind of goes back to, or I want my legacy to go back to my main story and like how I got started with calligraphy and just like the about section behind my brand, being from a place of empowerment. I found therapy in calligraphy during a really hard time of my life and was able to make that into a business that it's a side hustle for me right now, but it's also like a full-time business and it's my passion and it's what I love to do. So I think my legacy would be an example of making, your passion, your art profitable and finding so much joy in it and being able to share that in a very like open way with other people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, yes, thank you. White Ink Calligraphy and Claire White. How do you
I mean, I was really nervous. Like, oh my gosh. I thought you were gonna make me stand up and like dance and I don't know. I was like prepared. I was like, should I put real pants on?